All right. Good morning, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Cheers. You have a mug. Happy Wednesday to everybody on the line. Making sure I'm trying to see all the names real quick. Make sure we don't have any new peeps on the line. But if we do, please drop it in the chat. Would love to welcome you guys. And before we even get started into the call, of course, we'll do breath work. Of course, we'll do movement and mindset. But I wanted to start with a little bit of sharing from you guys. So we'd love to get some wins since it's Wednesday. A lot of people already put that in the chat, but I love it. But it's always great to acknowledge yourself for the small wins, right? They may not even be small, but you make them small, right? You judge them as small. So just celebrate wins, no matter how big or small, right? In the last couple days, it could be recent, it could be last week, it could be this month, but just drop a win in the chat, or you can pop off mute. We'll get a few shares before we get into the call, all right? Let's go. Wow, happy Wednesday to my Aunt Sharon on the line. Hey, Auntie Sharon in the house. Let's go. All right, what else we got? Let me hear some
I'll share a win.
Yeah.
I am grateful for restarting and refocusing on my determination to reach my personal and business goals.
Let's go. KP.
I can go. Kind of bouncing off what Kenya said, I'm definitely excited for refocusing on how I want to grow moving forward and different ways that I want to utilize the skills I have. So excited about that.
Yeah. Let's go, Kels. Nice.
I'll go ahead.
What's up, T?
Well, my birthday was a success.
Yes. Let's go.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. And I got some awesome gifts I'd like to share.
Yep. What'd you get, bro?
Well, so far I got some 2 awesome video games and 2 railroad videos.
Nice.
I got the ever awesome Denver Rio Grande, one of the rotary snowplow in action, 2 Wii U games, Super Mario Party 10, and a game with Wario.
Woo, man.
It was a big win for me.
That's awesome. Let's go. Fire me up, Tyler. All right. Couple more. Yep.
So I have like a really toxic relationship with food. And I know it sounds really silly, but I love Taco Bell. And I've loved Taco Bell ever since I was a little kid. Like I've built up like these toxic thoughts about food to the point where like I'll look at, I don't know, like these Oreo brownies with caramel on top. And like I will consider that like my best friend. It's so strange. It's weird, I know. But over the past 3 weeks, Blaine knows all about it because I actually cried to him about it once. Like I got into like this crying fit because Nick wanted to go get Taco Bell and I knew I couldn't get it and he got it anyways and I watched him eat it and I cried. So that's the type of relationship I have with junk food. Over the past 3 weeks, I have had junk food only twice. So that's a win for me. That's a win. And we got rid of a lot of junk food in the house. We still have Oreos because that's something that I don't know if I can ever let go of. But like we have a lot of whole ingredients, like lots of vegetables, a lot of fruit. The shakes are delicious, so I drink that every day. And like I got some protein donuts that I changed my mind about. They were actually really good. And in fact, if you put them in the toaster oven, they'll last you a lot longer. And store them in the fridge. So yeah, that's my win. It's just redeveloping my relationship with food.
That's amazing. Congrats, Jamie. Super.
That is definitely amazing. And like, so I want to kind of go along with that tip, and we can even use this as a tip for the day. So thank you for bringing that up, Jamie. Like, congrats on that huge win. One time I was told to only be in relationships that love you back. So for example, coffee, if coffee is not a relationship that loves you back, like I love coffee. Sometimes it can hurt my stomach, and now I actually only drink decaf coffee because I do love it, but like for some reason caffeinated coffee throws me off. But yeah, trying to only be in relationships that love you back. So evaluating like that relationship with food, like you've already done, and being like, okay, this is a relationship that does not love me back, so I'm going to choose not to be in it any longer. And so that's kind of one mindset piece that you've just acquired. So like, congrats on that. That's a huge win. And yeah, so thank you for sharing.
Wow. That is a good tip, Mr. Wade Bass. Yeah, I think that's crazy. Like sometimes you don't think about that, right? But like you have relationships with like certain things that like express no emotion or love or do anything great for you. So when you recognize that, it kind of goes back to just the awareness, right? Like what are you doing and what results is it producing, right? If you just like literally catch yourself every time before you do something and you ask yourself that question, a lot of things will probably change about what you actually do, right? Sometimes we just get caught up in the motions and we just do things because that's what we're used to, right? But we don't think about the consequences a lot of times. So super awesome tip. And thank you, Jamie, for bringing that up for everybody on the line. I think that's helpful for everything like in the world, you know, with what we have relationships with, because we do have a lot of relationships, not just with people, right? So that's super amazing. All right, well, we'll get into the call. If you guys have any other wins, you can drop them in the chat, and we'll definitely share throughout the call. But I'm just reading the comments here. Shakes make up for the sweet tooth. Yeah, there's all kinds of good ways you guys can still enjoy without like having, you know, some crazy high sugars and other things like that too. There's always good replacements, right? Pizza doesn't love me. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, awesome. Yes. Okay. So we're going to get into some breath work and just make sure we have everyone on mute. Okay. There we go. All right. So breath work, we'll start with some of that. We'll get into some movement and mindset. I know we had a few newbies, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the breath work, maybe some of the new things implementing into your regiments. So, you know, this has been so much fun for us to work on. I did a lot more after the call yesterday and it felt good. So really try to make this a part of your life, you know, not just like fitness and nutrition, but breath, right? Breath is what we do way more than anything else. So breathing consciously as much as possible throughout the day. Okay. Auntie Sharon. Yeah. Sharon was off mute. She was trying to holler real quick. All right. No problem. So, so we're going to get into some breath work. Everyone's smiling. I love seeing all the videos on. This is like my favorite. Sometimes when I only see like 5 to 10 videos on, I'm like, oh man, you know, I get a little disappointed, but it's all good. So I love seeing your videos on. It makes a huge difference for us. So thank you. And before we get started into breath work, just make sure you are in a comfy spot. And, you know, this is your practice, so you make it however you want, right? If this is something laying down for you, crisscross applesauce, right? Closing your eyes. I encourage you guys. One thing I always like to do as well is try to remember to smile, right? Doing something as simple as just forcing yourself to smile. I mean, hopefully it's not forced all the time, but, you know, just making a smile actually gets you into a really great state of mind, right? So let's all sit up nice and tall as we get started into some breath work. We're going to just start with a nice normal breath. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Remember to always use that belly for that breathing for these exercises. And if you'd like, just go ahead and close your eyes. Let's become present to our breaths. Set an intention for today. All right, let's get into that cadence breathing. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Ready and begin. 4 seconds in and 8 out.
Set it up for you so you could drive. Oh, I'm not doing
Good. 4 in again. 8 out. Good. Keep going at your own pace. Good. Let's do a couple more. All right. As you finish up, let's come back to your normal breathing. Check in with your body, your mind, your heart. Hopefully everything started to slow down a little bit. You feel more present, more aware. All right, that's what the cadence breath is really supposed to serve. So this next one is a superventilation. So for Sharon and anyone else just joining us, this is a little different type of breath. If you're driving right now, okay, don't maybe practice this a little later. I'll post the recording. So if you're not in the Morning Mastery Telegram thread, make sure we can add you after this, okay? So whoever invited you, they'll invite you in and we'll add you there. So for this one, it's going to be, welcome sorority sister. Hey, Zoe, awesome. Welcome. Good to have you. All right. So for this next breath, this one's called superventilation. So it's a little different purpose. This one's really meant to oxygenate the body, right? Really get more to those muscle tissues, okay, more oxygen. This one is also meant to give you a little bit of that awakening feeling, right? You feel a little bit more alert and awake. And it's also meant to help you focus on those holds, right? Those holds are really going to help you with your breathing, right? You're tracking your progress over time, right? Having more lung capacity and just more efficient nervous system and, of course, circulatory, respiratory. So we're going to get into this. I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like real fast for the new people on the line. And then we'll do our first couple holds for the day. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Again, focus on that belly breathing. Okay, so it's all from the belly, expanding in and out. We're doing 20 of those. On the last exhale, we're doing our first hold for 30 seconds. So right there, then I'm going to say hold for 30. Then we'll inhale, hold again for 30, and then we'll come back to normal breathing. Okay? So this is really a lot of trust in yourself that you have enough breath, enough oxygen to hold your breath. And if you need to swallow or you need to lick your lips, that tends to help with the air hunger and the urge to breathe or want to breathe. Okay? All right. We're going to get started here in about 5 seconds. Maybe a couple shoulder rolls. Get present again. Close your eyes if you'd like. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hold. In 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And hold. Good, about 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come back to your normal breath. How did that feel? Pretty easy. Good. Tyler, thumbs up. Nice. All right, perfect. So we're going to get into that one last time. We're going to do 45-second holds again now. So exact same breath, 20 quick breaths, and then we're going to get into the holds. Tyler said it's easy. All right, maybe we should try a minute. Next time. We'll get into a minute soon, all right? So, and you guys can do your own holds, right? Like I encourage you to do this way more than just the morning. Time goes by quicker now. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's a lot of it's up here, right? Like you just trusting yourself that, you know, you've done this before, but every day is a new day, right? Sometimes sleep affects it, how you ate the day before. There's all kinds of different factors. All right, 30 is easy. Nice, Jamie. Okay, we're going to get 45 in today, okay? Sit up nice and tall. Belly breathing. Here we go in 5 seconds. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, hold. $15 seconds. You can swallow if you need to. 10 seconds. We're going to inhale, hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And hold. Way over halfway. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, back to normal breathing. Awesome job, you guys. How was that? That was a lot easier for me today. Wow. The other day, I don't know what happened. I was struggling. Okay, almost quit on that 45. Almost. Okay, Jamie, more practice, no problem. All right, so you guys can drop it in the chat how that made you feel, how that was. For the newbies, I'd love to hear your feedback. But yeah, it takes practice over time. We've been doing this for many weeks now, right? So harder today. Yep, Kenya, got to rest for sure. All right, so we're going to get into the movement piece for the day. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Wade, and he's going to get us moving. Let's see what he has.
All right, happy Wednesday. Also, Tyler, happy birthday. I cannot wait to get down on some of that Mario Party when this is all over. And then I also got that follow from Good Vibes Nutrition. So I'm excited about that. That's a big, big win. Congrats to you guys, John and Angelica. Cool. Well, as far as movement goes, we're going to hit some a warrior flow, which means warrior burpees. We've done this in the challenge. I will walk you through each one of these movements. Feel free to do these movements with me if you would like, just to feel what they feel like. The way that this flow is going to work out is it's going to be an EMOM. Let's go for 9 minutes. So we're going a 9-minute EMOM, and then you're going to determine the reps of each exercise. So it could be 1 rep, could be 2 reps, could be 3, 4. It starts getting a little tough. I recommend trying to do the reps to where you get 20 seconds of rest. So if you're working for 40 seconds, resting for 20, that's typically like a good amount. So movement 1 is the warrior burpee. Okay, so what that is here. So for the warrior burpee, we hinge at the hips, so push the butt back, palms land on the ground, we kick the legs back. You can step those legs back if you need to. Now the hips drop down, so it's almost like we're in that up dog position. Then we're gonna draw our butt to our heels. So I'm like pushing away, butt to heels, and then back to standing. Okay, so I'll go one a little bit faster. It's gonna look like this. Okay, so that's the warrior burpee. Feel free to use whatever variation that you want. You can come down and you can just like go here to here, whatever you want to do. This is your workout. This is just to get that body moving. Next is the frog push-up. So we're gonna make like a diamond with our hands. Our feet are gonna be on the ground, but our knees are gonna be slightly elevated. As we lower, first off, we want to keep those shoulders screwed in so those elbow pits are slightly forward. And then my knees go out. So as I go down, my knees go out with it. So it's like this, boom, and then back up. So knees out, knees up. If you need to, you can put your knees on the ground at the bottom, but the goal is to try to keep those knees elevated as we do these. Lastly, the tabletop. So for this one, it's the number of reps each side. So if I'm going for 1 rep, it'll look like this, and then switch. If you don't have to switch from here, you can go up and then just switch your hands and go up. So what a whole flow is gonna look like, I'm gonna show you what 2 reps looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna get going in 3. I'm gonna going for 2 reps. Boom. Then I go into my frog push-ups, and then a tabletop or a crab reach on each side. Okay, so that took me 20 seconds. So then I would get 40 seconds of rest. So typically program in a couple more reps. Again, you choose your rep ranges. You don't necessarily need to go for intensity. You just want to go for smoothness of movement. Highly encourage that as well. We've got 20 seconds. So just think of the reps that you want to do. Let's find a good spot for this movement. We're going to go in 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Beautiful work. We had 30 seconds of, if you're still working, awesome. If you're resting, find that breath. Okay, so we've got 10 seconds to start. So you can get ready to work. We are going in 3, 2, 1. Nice work, keep it up. Keep that flow. Nice work. All right. Nice job, team. I'm gonna throw you guys a little wrench in the plan on the next round. We're gonna go like normal on this round. We'll switch it up a little bit on the following. All right, 5 seconds to start. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice work. Keep this up. Keep this up. 3 rounds down, 6 to go. On this next round, just this next round, instead of going all of the burpee, all of the push-up, all of the tabletop, if you're going for 3 reps, you're gonna go burpee, push-up, tabletop, burpee, push-up, tabletop, burpee, push-up, tabletop, rather than all 3 at the same time, okay? So it's gonna be more of a flow. Going in 3, 2, 1. So burpee, into push-up, into tabletop, back to burpee, nice work. So this is more of a flow style of movement. Nice job, team. A little bit different, a little bit harder on the brain. I like to add in those flows. So I'll probably add maybe 1, maybe 2 onto this EMOM. Got 5 seconds. Regular round, going in 3, 2, 1, go, go. All 3, or all of your rep range into the next workout with all of your rep range. Nice work. That's 5 rounds down. Got 4 rounds to go. Y'all are doing awesome. Find that breath. We've got 10 seconds to start. Let's finish strong. Focus on that nasal breathing. And go. Beautiful work. 3 rounds left. Let's make this next one a flow round. So again, John, getting me fired up. We're going flow. So again, that's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Going in 3, 2, 1, go, go. Beautiful work. We got 20 seconds. Last 2 rounds. Make them your best 2. We got 10 seconds to start. Normal round. So you're doing all your rep range. All your rep range, all your rep range. Going in 3, 2, 1. Go. Beautiful. Last round. We got to finish on a flow round. So pick whatever rep range you want. We don't got to worry as much about time because we get plenty of rest after this. So you can challenge yourself, add 1 more rep. We got 5 seconds. Going in 3, 2, 1. Flow round. Flow. Nice work. Keep this up. Fight for it, team. All right. Hey, beautiful job. Let's find that breath, grab some water. Big breath in. To get a big breath out. Nice. All right. So we are going to go back to the tip of the day. Jamie brought it up. Only be in relationships that love you back. That can apply to all areas of your life. Hugely, and like, take some mindfulness to think about, like, oh yeah, this doesn't make me feel good. Let's see how my life is without this thing. So thank you all for this morning. Appreciate you all. And yeah, have an awesome day.
Yay. Awesome, dude. Thank you again for all the movements. I know some of you guys are not saying thank you right now because you're probably not happy with Wade. Look at this. Talk about flow. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I think Wade's an awesome worker, if you ask me.
I agree.
Thanks, Tyler.
He makes it look so easy, right? So we get to master our flows as well as we progress. And using that nasal breathing throughout really is challenging, but it's going to help you move, right? It's going to help you really guide your body and your breath and make it all flow together. Okay, so this mindset video is really awesome. Gives me a lot of energy, gives me a lot of fire to get after it for the day. So hopefully it does the same for you. This one is about yourself and to stop doubting yourself, right? Really grasping that power within, really feeling that you have that greatness inside of you. Okay, so this is an amazing compilation. I love this video. Here we go.
Sacrifice is always required on the road to your dream. The question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? I heard a story that was powerful. It's a story of a general who was leading his men into war. And as they got into their fleet of boats, they were going to take an island. As they reached the island, the men got off the boats and the general gathered his men before they went into battle. He looked at them and he gave them 3 words: burn the boats. Now, this is powerful because he's telling them there is no retreat. absolutely no retreat. Like option A is the only option. Option B isn't possible. And he instilled into his men a mindset of courage and clarity, of conviction that allowed them to understand that this is the energy that you need to go and win this battle. The reason why this story is so powerful, because each and every one of us, as we're going into the battle of life, whatever it is that we are trying to accomplish, this mindset is necessary. Like you dream getters, when you're going after a goal, when you're going after your aspirations, when you're going after something that might feel different to you, it might be bigger than the shoes that you're in right now, what it's telling you, what the general was telling his men was that I need your mindset to be ready for the war that we have in front of us. And oftentimes, many of us step into new scenarios and new arenas with doubt. We're clouded with doubt, and we wonder why it is so difficult for us to grow into the best version of ourselves.
And if you don't have what you want, stop telling yourself the story because you don't have the money over time. It's because you haven't committed yourself where you would burn your boats. If you want to take an island, burn your boats, and you will take the island, because people, when they're going to either die or succeed, tend to succeed.
And the general was looking at his men, and he understood that he needed to literally light a fire within them. He needed to ignite something in them that let them know that he was going to lead them to victory and nothing else. And oftentimes, for many of us, that is a difficult mindset to get into. It is very difficult to step into a new arena, a new situation, a new environment, and have the courage, the confidence, the conviction, and the clarity to know that it's yours for the taking. Sometimes it will be time. Sometimes it will be effort. Sometimes it will require isolation. Sometimes it will require you to put yourself in environments where you have to grow. Sometimes it will require you to make new relationships and put yourself in environments that you're not aware of. Are you willing to make the necessary sacrifices to become the individual that you need to be to go after that dream? So my question to you, as we step into a new arena, as we're growing into the best version of ourselves, have we burned our boats? I've come a long way, but I have a long way to go. I'm on a journey where I've come a long way, but I still have a vision that I have to reach for. And as I'm going on this journey, I'm realizing that there are a few things that are absolutely imperative to keep in mind. Number one, you can't do it alone. Nothing that you're after can be really done alone. You have to understand who is on your team, who is a part of your team, how are you contributing and adding value to their lives, and how are they contributing and adding value to yours? Who are you sacrificing for? Because if they're not there, I promise you that reward will feel so empty. Number two is, what sacrifices are you going to make? Dreams require sacrifice. Oftentimes it requires time spent alone, time spent doing something that you never thought. This is before my first TEDx talk. I used to walk in the park by myself and give talks over and over again, imagining what the crowd would look like, who I wanted to be on that stage. This was a year before I ever started speaking. And while I'm not saying I'm far on the journey now, I just understand that there are going to be sacrifices that need to be made as you go on your journey. My question for you right now is, as you're on your journey, what sacrifices are you intentionally making? Where are you going, and what are the things that you're saying, you know what, if I cut this out and I cut this out and I add this in and I add this in, I develop this habit and I cut this habit, I will grow into the person that I'm supposed to become. What are those things for you? Have you identified those? And last but not least, what is the legacy that you're trying to leave behind? This word legacy is interesting because oftentimes it's spoken by those who are 50, 60, 70. Like, society has put it in a situation where we're only supposed to think about legacy at the end of our lives. I think legacy is something that you do every single day. How do you walk in your legacy? Meaning, what are you leaving behind? What impression are you leaving on the people who are around you? How are you moving and operating in a way where someone understands what you stand for and who you are now? What is your legacy? You're walking in it. It's not something that you build at the end of your life. It's something that you're doing right now. We are on the journey of becoming, so never be scared of answering the question and tackling the question and grappling with the question, the frustrating question, the question that might not have an answer right now. Are you on the right path, and understand that that's the only path you will take? Because if you operate with that type of mindset, victory is yours.
This video is.
All right. What path will you choose? I love it. Welcome, Jamila. Wow, we got all the fam on the line today. So thank you guys for showing up this morning on a Wednesday. It's always a pleasure to wake up with you guys and master our mornings together. You know, this has been such a game changer. This is one thing, you know, you guys have already implemented into your lifestyle, into your daily routines. If it's not super like consistent, you know, maybe make it a little bit more consistent if that's a goal for you. But it's little things over time, right? All these things that he's talking about. It's not like you have to have everything together. Sometimes, you know, I used to be the same thing, be a perfectionist. Like I have to have all my ducks in a row in order for me to get started and take action on something, right? But it's this action that you take, whether it's literally taking a thought, putting it on paper, right? Putting it in a planner, putting it on your phone calendar. Literally little things like that is basically telling the universe that you're serious about moving forward, right? You're serious about changing your lifestyle, right? You're telling the universe that I'm not going to wait till I'm 40, 50, 60, 70 years old to leave a legacy, to get after my goals and dreams, to make a difference, right? With what I have right now, I have all the tools. I have everything I need to be a powerful person, to make a difference for others, right? And if you tell yourself that over and over and over again, you take those little actions on a daily, you will become it, and you will stop doubting yourself. You will start believing in yourself. And a lot of it is just surrounding yourself with people like this. So thank you guys for not only doing this for yourself, but also for other people. When everyone else sees your smiling faces, right, and you share, like Jamie shared about her relationship with food, I guarantee everybody else has had the same exact experience with stuff, right? We just don't want to share things, right, where we feel like it's going to look bad, or we're going to get judged, or, you know, we're not cool enough. All this stuff is all the things that we told ourselves over time, or other people told us and we believed it. So it's on us to really get rid of all that, all those thoughts, all those built up beliefs in our head, so that we can really flourish, right? And surround ourselves with people that are going to have that same belief and that same mindset. So thank you guys for being a part of that. Thank you guys so much for sharing this group with family, friends. It's so amazing to see new people on the line every morning. I love it. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing this every morning as long as we can. It may evolve. It may change time. So just stay tuned. But for now, we're sticking to it because I know it's been powerful for all you guys and of course, for us too. So thank you guys. Have an amazing Wednesday. Share your wins today. Keep track of all of them, no matter how big or small. And you guys have a powerful rest of your week. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 7:30. I'll unmute the line. And let's share some energy, yell, scream, pound your chest, whatever you need to do.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, straight up. Happy Wednesday, man.
That sounds like a real train.
Woo!
That's fun.
Have a great day, everyone.